At Tanganyika Wildlife Park this morning with Kiana, and you brought a very special guest. Who did you bring this morning?
I did. This is Balthazaar is his full name, but it's kind of a mouthful, so we usually just call him Bubs for short. And Bubs is a Eurasian eagle owl. They're one of the biggest types of owls in the world. He's a boy, and the males are actually a little bit smaller than the females, so if he was a girl, he would be even bigger. But Bubs here actually only weighs about 3.5 pounds.
Yeah, because we were talking earlier, I'm like, does your arm get tired holding him?
Yeah, it does. Just from holding your arm out, it does get kind of tiring, but he doesn't really weigh much. Usually people, when they look at him, they think he probably weighs about 15 pounds or so, but he's got a lot of feathers on his body, and birds have hollow bones, which is an adaptation for flight, to being able to get up into the air really easily. So he only weighs about 3.5 pounds, but my arm still does get a little bit tired.
And you can see his neck really goes all the way around here.
It does, yeah. It goes really far. He's checking all the lights out and everything out today. They can't go 360 degrees, which is what people tend to think. The owls can turn their head in a full circle. So he can't quite go all the way around. He would snap the bones in his neck. But he can go about 270 degrees, so about 3/4 of the way around. So if he were looking forward, he could turn his head this direction and see over here, which is pretty impressive.
Very.
They need to be able to do that because their eyes are kind of stuck in one position in their head. So we can move our eyeballs around, look different places without moving our head. He can't do that. He has really, really large eyes to give him good vision, but that means that he can't really swivel them in his head. So he's got to turn his whole head instead of just moving his eyeballs.
Interesting. So what does Bubs eat?
He is a carnivore, so he eats all kinds of meat, pretty much anything he can catch and eat, but lots of little rodents, maybe other birds, reptiles, but mice tend to be one of his favorite.
Amazing. Now you guys at Tanganyika, this is your busy season, and you guys are kicking off your Twilight tours.
Yeah, we're coming into summer, so definitely gearing up and getting busy, and then Twilight tour is less than a month away now. It's about 3 weeks away. And it's going to be a great event. It's fun every year, but it's a 21 and up event. So we have food and beverage vendors all around the park. You can walk around and eat and drink, get animal experiences throughout the night. We do this thing called the Wheel of Experiences, so you can pay to spin a wheel and do whatever experience it lands on, and you might be able to win a chance to hang out with Bubs for one of our experiences.
Cool. Very neat. So how do we sign up for that?
Yeah, all the information is on our website. If you go to twpark.com, the top right corner has some information on our foundation, and that's where the Twilight tickets are listed at.
Amazing. Kiana, thanks so much for coming on this morning. I appreciate it.
Of course.
All right, everyone, stick around. We'll have a look at your forecast coming up after the break.